folks, and welcome to Subjective Thoughts. And our comic for today is Grimm Issue 4 by Boom Studios. Now there is, I suppose almost death, a lot of creepy Grim Reapers, I don't know, turning someone momentarily dead, and almost falling, almost. So if you are in any way squeamish, you have been warned. Also, spoilers. Alright, here's the team once again. Okay, we got that covered. So as always, if you want to know what happened previously, check out the playlist, which I should probably start leaving on the end thing. Yeah, anyway, check the playlist. Alright, so when we last left off our heroes? When we last left Jess and her friends, they were escaping from from Beefy Reaper, or the End as he's apparently known. Vincenzo Shakespeare told them to run to a door, and that will lead them outside. Now what I didn't realize was that they're on the top of the tower. So they run out to a terrace. I will mention this, I don't fucking get how they managed to escape. Like, Beefy Reaper can just make this, like, cloud appear under him and it sucks everyone to him. Why just not do that? He would have just killed Vincenzo Shakespeare and all three of them at the same time. Come on, dude. You used this trick three times already. No, twice, actually. Just use it again. But, I mean, then the plot couldn't continue now, could it? It wouldn't be convenient. So, conveniently, he is struggling to catch up with them. Or something. I guess it's a really fucking long hallway. So, they are on the terrace, and obviously it's a terrace. Where are they gonna go? And Jess is like, our only option is to jump. And Eddie helpfully tells us he's afraid of heights. You're fucking dead, Eddie. Well, Jess not exactly, but you and Marcel are fucking dead. What do you think is gonna happen to you? Anyway, he starts to argue, but then they hear the End there. Conveniently, you just hear him. He doesn't burst through the door yet. And just like, we have to jump. And so they jump. And Eddie yells that they're going to die. I wanted to facepalm at that moment, because you're fucking dead. How are you guys gonna die? Can someone explain to me the rules of this stupid universe so I can understand? If they're parallel to the fucking world of the living, what happens to them in their own world? What? If they fall wrong, they break a hip? What? Explain to me. What is he worried about? Okay, yeah, they're falling to the sea of condemned souls down there. What is going to happen? Will these guys drag them down? Can they do that? Aren't all three of them Reapers? It boggles my fucking mind. Anyway, conveniently, the Grim Reaper Scythe teleports them to Las Vegas. Just looking at like, what? And then, a portal appears and they're not hurt. They appear in a fountain in Las Vegas. Then we move to Audria, who's looking at the carnage she herself caused. That's not real carnage, but the destruction. And she's bending down in front of the hourglass that Vincenzo Shakespeare used. And she's like, Vincenzo, where are you? And then Beefy Reaper appears behind her. He's like, he's dead. I don't know how the fuck he can be dead. No, not dead, sorry. He says gone. Which, yeah, that would be an accurate description. He's gone from existence. And she's like, oh no, Vincenzo Shakespeare. Bitch, you're the one who caused this and you feel bad now? You should have warned the guy at least. What was the point of all this? You're like, oh, yeah, no fucking shit. Oh, you're the the one who didn't even warn the guy. Fucking hell, she unleashes the Beefy Reaper on the afterlife and is like shocked. Andrea, go fuck yourself. I know it's a comic book character, but all these characters and the writer need a lesson in logic. Anyway, he's like, what about Andrea's like, what about Jessica Haru? And the Beefy Reaper's like, she escaped. And then Andrea has the audacity to say, you've let her escape? I'm like, Andrea, do you really want to piss off the guy who can make Grim Reapers gone? Do you think that's a good plan? I get the guy's doing your bidding, but don't push it. And Beefy Reaper's like, And she's like, not that I'm questioning your methods. Oh, no, you're just questioning how we let her escape. Bitch, if you want her dead, well, she can't die. If you want her gone, go get her yourself. You're half a demon or what the fuck ever you are. Get off your lazy bum and go get Jessica yourself. Fucking hell. These characters are getting on my nerves. And they've been getting on my nerves already from issue 2. And then he says she has the scythe. She has Death's scythe. And Adria's like, well, she has Death's scythe. Then he'll lead her to death himself. Then we go back to Las Vegas. Thank fuck, because Adria's boring me and upsetting me. And Jessica, Eddie, and Marcel walk the streets. And Jessica, like, the scythe didn't just bring us here. I think death is here. In Las Vegas. And he comments how Las Vegas wasn't like it was in the 80s and how he was there with the showgirl and Frank Sinatra. I don't know, he mumbles some shit. I'm pretty sure he was high or something. Because he, back then when he was alive and experiences, I don't know, I don't care. They go, and a group of drunk ladies are going in front of them, and then one of them stupidly goes to the road. And this just killed me here. I don't know if it's meant to be a joke or like she's drunk. Because she yells at I don't remember the chick's name. She yells at her and says, hey, you get off the street. And I literally sat there and yelled, she's on the road. She's on the road, motherfucker. She's not on the street. If she was on the fucking street, there wouldn't be a problem to begin with. And anyway, the drunk one on the road's like, I'm fine. And then a bus is approaching her. And then, for some reason, Jessica leaps forward, grabs her, and then makes her like a ghost. Intangible. And saves her life. Why? Look, I know a lot might say I'm being nitpicky here, but okay, why? Why is she suddenly motivated to save people? Why is that? I mean, sorry. I mean, what is her motivation to save people? Why? Like, remember how much she fought with Brian with a Y to get him there? I just don't understand why she does what she does. In this moment. You're a Grim Reaper, Jessica. Isn't there some whole bollocks of not disturbing when it's someone's time to die and someone's time to die? I don't get why she went to save her. She showed no behavior like that before. It's just, the pacing in here is so fast. Like, why would, it doesn't, okay, if Jessica was recently, okay, let's say the story was different. Jessica would have recently turned into a Reaper. Or recently came into the afterlife and was, I don't know how the fuck they decide is going to be a Reaper or not. But okay, yeah, she's anointed a Reaper. You know, she recently came there, she's still, you know, in qualms about this, not sure, you know, it's not fair how some people die young, yada, 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 and this is why she sometimes, well, she wouldn't be able to do that based on this story, but let's say She sometimes, I don't know, tries to help or something. And like now, after all this time, she still has that urge to save people. Now that she has Death's scythe, she thinks, maybe now I can. I'm saying that, but it doesn't make sense with the original story's logic. But just, that would make sense. She still wants to save people. She's not completely accepted her being a Grim Reaper. But she does. In the first issue with Brian with a Y, she's exasperated with him trying to run, telling him you have to accept that you're dead. We're not a part of this life now. Then why'd you save her? I mean, I suppose she would just be roaming around because there's no one up there in the waiting room with the fluorescent lights. It just doesn't make sense. Why all of a sudden would she do that? I mean, I can tell you why, because it's a convenient plot device so we can continue onward, but it doesn't make fucking sense. Ugh. Okay, it is a plot device somehow, but fuck knows. There's no logic in this universe. At least not regular logic. Anyway, she saves the bitch, and then tells the girl's like, but wait, the bus phased through us, and she's like, no, Jessica tells her, you're just drunk, I pushed you aside. So she's about to leave, then she says, wait, and suddenly there's a yellow dome around them. The girl's eyes are yellow, and she looks at Jessica, and it's the Grim Reaper, the head honcho, talking to her. Telling her, you know, like, I can't hold a momentary, because she almost died, so he can, I don't know, somehow slide in there. And he's talking to Jessica. And he's like, I want to talk to you. She's like, I have so many questions, Jessica tells him. And then he uses the girl and, like, holds Jessica's face, like, both her cheeks, and, like, I know you have so many questions. Let's have a coffee. Do you like pie? I can order pie. What in the living fuck, man? Like, you obviously should know that's his daughter. Hello, daughter, that I have never told that is my daughter. And that, I just fucked off somewhere to Las Vegas and haven't done anything. And you must have so many questions. But how about some fucking pie? Anyway, before he slips away, tells her what hotel he's in, what room number, floor number, yada yada. Then the bubble bursts, the drunk girl goes ahead with her friends. She's about to get married. Well, lucky for her, Jess was in the area and Death needed her, or else they would have been having a funeral instead of a wedding. Oh, happy days. So she goes to Eddie and Marcel and tells them, Death talked to me through the whatever, and let's go. And then Marcel and Eddie start discussing, oh, and so Jess made her temporarily dead. Does that mean she can bring someone to life? And all this stuff, which again doesn't make any sense. Jessica just got the scythe. It's not like she had it for even a few days. She doesn't know what she's doing with it. And how do we know she made her dead? For all we know, she just made the bitch intangible? Intangible. No, intangible. So, like a ghost, so she wouldn't get hurt. Ugh, fuck knows. This fucking series has no logic. Anyway, they go to where Death is, in an hotel called Inferno. And Eddie's like, really? Don't you think that's on the nose? And yeah, it fucking is. And if this was a comedy, there'd probably be some joke about this, but fuck that. The writer herself has no fucking clue what she's writing, I think. Or she wanted to go so many directions and in the end made a salad. Would you like some vinaigrette with that? Anyway, they go up the elevator. And for some reason the elevator doesn't have the floor 13, it has 12. So they're going to 12 and suddenly the button changes to 13. And Eddie's like, so we're at, so Death is in a hotel called Inferno on the 13th floor. What could possibly go right? And I read that like, what the fuck, mate? What was that sentence? Did they get what they're going to write wrong instead roll what could go right? What the fuck? Is that meant to be a joke? Because usually that would be followed up, what could go wrong? If that is a joke, then that is a fucking shit joke. Or the fuck knows that. Who's the editor on this shit? Just a moment. Edited by... Who's the fucking editor? This editor. Eric Harburn. Eric, what the fuck were you doing? Were you even editing this? Or did you give it a cursory glance and said... Oh, fuck this. It said, it'll be fine. And just send it to print. Like, there's no need to be any logic in this fucking series. Fuck all that. I just don't get it. I mean, that's an editor's job, right? Like, I know you have to go quite a few years before you can become an editor because you need so much experience. Right? Your job's not only to go over spelling mistakes, you have to go over everything. I would presume. Make sure the story makes sense, that parts of the story make sense. What were you doing, mate? Were you watching Stranger Things on TV? Anyway, never mind. What am I getting pissed at for, honestly? Okay, we continue. They get to that magical floor in the Hotel Inferno. Oh, Eddie says he should have went to a hotel called the Flamingo. No one would have ever looked for death there. I don't fucking know how they were looking for death even. I can't even think. I always kept thinking of the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy while I read this. Like how good it was there and how fucking unlogical and shit it is here. Like that was also, it was a cartoon. It had funny parts. It had grim. Like what the fuck is this? Anyway, they reach the floor that death is on. Yeah, I said that. And they go, and there's just one room at the end of the corridor. And they go in. It's kind of like a portal. And Marcel smartly comments that, Jessica, what if this isn't actually death and just Adria trying to capture you? But, yeah, good point. And in a far better book, this could have been true, but fuck that. So she says, well, it doesn't matter. I want to get my answers. Jessica, dearie, no offense. I understand you just found out you're not exactly a Reaper. And you don't know how you died. You don't know because you never died. You're obviously alive. Something like that. But a beefy Reaper just destroyed everything in the afterlife. Don't you think you should mention that to Death first thing? I understand you want to know, but shouldn't you guys worry about that? Like, all your friends are now, killed, masked up. Remember Vincenzo Shakespeare? He sacrificed himself for you. Anyway, we go in, and like in the first issue where the afterlife's, all you get was a fucking waiting room with fluorescent. Here you get a room with, a lot of mess in it. Containers of food are piled around, bottles of wine, booze, books are all over, something bullshit on the TV. And there's so this is where, I'm sure they're on the right place, Jessica. She's like, well, yeah. And then they see some burgers, and Eddie's like, I don't remember the brand. He said, what? Who would eat these burgers? They're unhealthy for you. And then Death appears behind him. And I've been mentioning Santa in these videos. This dude looks like kind of a modern model Santa. All he needs is a bit of a beard. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, they're unhealthy. They will kill you, but they sure taste good. So he's like, so what do you say, folks? Do you have time for some coffee and pie? Okay, so he's wearing a robe, a t-shirt, I presume, and pajama pants, and he has, for some fucking reason, he has an ankle. Yeah, those ankle monitors that you put on someone that's what do you call house arrest? House arrest. Someone who is under house arrest. So he has that too on his leg for some reason. And so and that's it. Then we move on to the epilogue, where Andrea lies to a bunch of Reapers that the one who summoned the end and brought him to the afterlife was Jessica. And although she was like family to all of them, bitch, where? Where are your family fucking ties? And who are these motherfuckers? Where do they come from? Were they all busy bringing souls? Where? Anyway, it's a whole bunch of different Reapers all dressed in, as usual, red and black. You got two creepy twins at the front of them. And she's like, we'll make sure she doesn't go unpunished. And that's where the series ends. For fuck's sakes. Let's get to the art first. Oh, fuck. This thing keeps falling. My poor laptop. It was still alive there. Alright, so here they are standing on the balcony. Again, the one good thing about this series, one of the only ones, is the art. Well done. This is the artist. So yeah, you see he's conveniently not yet reaching them. And that's it. That's all I can show you because this is brand new. And you can see there's the River of Souls. He's like, your scales are out of options. And then, we're gonna die. You are dead, motherfucker. And you see, so that's Death Scythe, by the way. It's yellow. That's the difference. Other than that, it looks like all their scythes. So you see the portal opened. It's kind of cool. Cuts the hand there. Yeah, so that's it. That's the art. And of course, the cover is very nice. These metallic ones. I love this pose with Jessica here, standing in front of a grave, I think. Alright, so in conclusion, now I did say in the last issue that it was kind of more entertaining because there was more action. And here you could say there was a bit of action, but it was just as fucking retarded. It just boggles my mind. Like, there seems to be no coherent logic to this plot line. Like, they're Reapers, they're dead, yet they feel cold, yet Eddie's worried they're gonna die, yet this, that, and the other. And all we see is that one waiting room, and that's it. And we see Eddie's space, and this castle. Or the tower. Okay, so is that the only... The world building in this story is shit. I'm not saying you have to explain everything to us, but show it. Show us how this universe works. What are the rules to it? Just show it as you go along, but there's none of that here. Like, it moves, the pace is too fast. It just moves. Now, I know we aren't explicitly told that she's Death's daughter by anyone, but it's kind of obvious, right? It's very obvious she is his daughter. And it's like, okay, why did he not know about her? Why did he fuck off to Las Vegas? And then Andrea, what's her end game? I don't get it. She's like, Jessica's the only one that can use a scythe. Why did she need to summon the end? Okay, she wanted balance, but what kind of balance? Did she want to clear out the whole afterlife and start anew? Like, any moment in time, someone is dying. That's just the reality of it. What happens to them? Where were they brought? And death is gone. What's stopping her from taking over? Is what I don't get. Okay, maybe Vincenzo Shakespeare would have stand in her way, but she could just send him to the void. What could he have done? What's the point? Okay, so she's gonna kill Jessica and then what? Kill Death? I don't know how. Well, you know what I mean. They're already dead. But, what is her issue here? She takes over and then what? Why is Jessica in her way? Has she ever showed signs to being so loyal to Death she would just, I don't know, do something to her? I just don't get it. Where is the logic? Where is this going? Okay, so she got all these other Reapers believing Jessica summoned the end. They're gonna go and kill her, or whatever the equivalent would be. And then what? What is she gonna do? Is she planning to take after the Earth? The living? What? She's some sort of demon god of war, some kind of bullshit. Yeah, like, fuck, I still don't remember his name. But if she's like that, then, again, what is she doing? What will this bring her exactly? And why did Death fuck off? Where did he fuck off to? What upset him? So much that he fucking left his position, didn't leave anyone proper in charge, and just sitting, playing, reading books, drinking, and eating. How can he even drink and eat? And why does he have an anklet on him? Even if he was arrested, he's fucking Death. Would they have even seen him? I mean, it's clear from the way they go into his hotel room that the living can't see it. Like, just what the fuck is going on in this? Why is it going on? It's just... You know how fast this is going? You'd expect by now we would already know what the fuck Jessica came from. Anyway, this one was a headache inducer. Just trying to think of how all these things make sense together just hurts my brain. Like, I get it, some comics are just mindless fun, and you're not supposed to overthink it, but at least they still make a cohesive plot, like Zombie Tramp, for instance. Yeah, sure, it's not Tolkien, but it has a cohesive plot. We see how the zombies work. Not by, Jenny telling us, but by just looking at the art. We see, okay, so they get killed and then they get turned. We understand that. We see how she can fix herself. We don't need to be told all of that because we're already shown it. And then here, fuck, how does any of this work? And now what? What was Jessica going to do next? What is Death going to do? It's just so lame, you see Death and you get this lame asshole who just fucked off his responsibilities, and apparently he doesn't need the scythe to do things, so there's that. And if Atria knows that Jessica can use the scythe, right, because he tells her that she doesn't have a scythe, but the Beefy Reaper says she took Death's scythe. But from the way she answers, it seems she clearly knows Jessica can use it. If that's the case, why not manipulate and lie to Jessica? Use her to get her on your side. Right? I mean, why just not do that? Why go through all this trouble just to not kill her, but you know what I mean. That's what I don't understand. What is the point of all this? Maybe there isn't a fucking point. Well, anyway, this is it. I am not going to read issue 5. I almost didn't finish this one, but I don't like dropping things completely when I read, so I powered through it. And I'm just not gonna bother reading a forward. I know I've complained a lot and bitched so far, but I just don't give a shit. The story just has nothing that grips me and makes me want to find out what happens. Yes, I'm left with many questions, but I just don't care. I don't give a shit to find out. It's not even cases where, if a trade comes out, maybe I'll pick that up. I don't care. I don't care what happens to Jessica. I don't care what Audrey wants in the end. I just don't care. I'm not going to think about this in a week from now. Because there's nothing here to just... Like, the first issue had so much potential. You could have had this interesting world. And yet this is, or I don't know, a comedy of some sort in comic book form. But it doesn't have that. I don't know if the writer, Miss, what's her name, Phillips, if she wanted to write a comedy and also a story about death or what. And at some point just got really messy and she didn't keep up with her own story even. Where was the editor looking? I mean, shouldn't it be at some points like, hey, Stephanie, come here, dearie. What the fuck is this? What's the logic behind this scene here? Because I'm lost. Nope. Okay, now, can anyone just become an editor nowadays? All you have to do is ask her something. Can I get hired? I have no experience, but fuck it. If all you have to do is give it a cursory glance while going back to playing whatever computer game you're at, well, I'm perfect for the job, aren't I? And I don't know. It's just, it's astounding. This is the most frustrating and boring thing I can say I have ever read. In comic book form, anyway. Yeah, the police is after me, probably for all my yelling. Or is that the ambulance coming to help me cure my headache? Yes, this is it. This is how the story progressed so far in 4 issues. Quite a lot has happened, yet nothing fucking happened. A lot of these things seem to just be used to move the plot forward. Like the whole pipe room with the files. All of it. Just, okay, this will move us forward. It's not real any world building here. It's just a series of events that happens. Just go with it. Fucking hell. Yeah, but that's it. Like I already said, I'm done. I'm not reading forward. Fuck this series. I do not want to continue this. This is my last issue of Grimm. I did not like this one. This is one of the, and I don't give 2 stars often, but this one series, the issues I read so far, 2 stars. It's okay. If there were halves, I'd probably give it 1.5 stars. Now, look, despite what I've said here and how much I bitched, if you want to check this out, do it for yourselves and see, because I didn't like it. I found it frustrating. You might enjoy it. Hell, maybe this is some advanced writing and my brain just doesn't get it. Maybe there's some hidden brilliance later on in the story and we get some epic fight or something, or an epic revelation. Whatever it is, I don't care to find out. If you do, I sincerely hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy all the issues and that you like the series. The only, I would say, good thing about it is the art. The artist did an awesome job. Jessica looks great. I like the character designs and everything. Well, except Audrey, she looks a bit boring. And her, well, I mean, she's supposed to look kind of like a human, so fair enough. But yeah, our only good thing is art and these beautiful covers. Alright, that is it, folks. I'm going to read something that's actually interesting and that doesn't make me want to throw the comic against the wall. And that is it. Now remember, collect what you're passionate about and share it on YouTube. And remember, there might be a floor-scented waiting room up there in the sky.